The liberal media at it again. This time, they're mocking the president amid the deadly pandemic, and they're even touting the fact that America now has the most cases in the world. A correspondent for GQ magazine tweeted out, "Who's the S-hole country now?" CNN's Darling Jim Acosta gleefully pointed out the U.S. has just passed China, a country 4 times larger in population, for cases of coronavirus. The Verge says, quote, "The coronavirus is now the American virus." And those insults apparently inspiring Hillary Clinton to tweet, "He did promise America first." Greg, this is bad.
That's terrible.
Go for it.
You know, I can't believe I'm going to say there are no words for Hillary Clinton. You know, she not only stole this joke, it's not even a good joke, and the joke is based on the suffering of others. I would say that she should rot in hell, but I think she's already there. And when you look at people suffering, death, by the way, the infection rates are increasing because we're testing more, and these are people that really wanted more testing, so you're naturally going to see more infection rates. But if you see that as an opportunity to direct attention to yourself on social media, you're what scientists would call a scumbag. And you're somebody that we will not forget when this is all over and done with, because you don't want to say who are the heroes and who are the villains now. We will have plenty of time for that later. She's going to fall on the villain side, and I ain't going to forget it. I thought maybe I could stop talking about her, but now I'm going to just chase her for the rest of her life.
Dana Perino.
Well, her tweet to me was just like so super irresponsible. Compare that to former Secretary John Kerry's tweet today about Congressman Massey, in which President Trump retweeted and said, "Hey, I actually agree with you. That was pretty funny." I wish I could remember the name of the writer, but on nationalreview.com, there's a piece about China today that is so important. And if you are a journalist and you care about freedom of speech and the right of journalists, then you should actually be really exposing what China is doing, and you should be very clear that these are the recorded cases in America. We know that China is not telling the truth. We know that. We know that because the journalists were thrown out. They're treated like crap. They have to figure out a way to use emojis to get around the censors. So they're not even doing anything to help their fellow journalists. The other thing is, I read a report today about how China has sent all of these tests to Spain and Italy and elsewhere to help them, and the tests are defective. So how can we possibly trust the numbers that are coming out of China? And the other reason that the numbers are not so bad in China right now is they stopped testing. And they don't care about their people. So we are honest about our numbers. We're transparent about it. We should celebrate that and not try to rub it in President Trump's face, because we are actually being honest.
Yeah, when they try to rub it in Trump's face, they're actually rubbing it in America's face. Emily, what do you think?
I just think, you know, these guys are like stuck in a comic book. To Greg's point about the villain, where Trump, no matter what, will always be the villain. It doesn't matter what is actually happening. But the difference between a comic book and real life is that real life is real life. So he can make good decisions with positive outcomes, which we are seeing in this response, right? Dr. Fauci says he's working closely together. Dr. Birx is tamping down, hyperbolic statistics and predictions to try to calm people's fears, but there's no way that the media is going to cover it, and there's certainly no way that Hillary Clinton or everyone else in those media figures are going to acknowledge it whatsoever.